On a night where this season's series finished seriously one-sided, and the rivalry is currently on island time. Rangers swept in the season series by the Islanders for only the third time in the 54-year history of this rivalry. 2-1 the final here at the Garden. Islanders win it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show alongside Steve Valiquette. I'm John Giannone. You said before the game, Steve, you wanted to see more passion, more investment than what we saw last night on the island. I think we saw that. We just didn't see nearly enough goals.
Yeah, I think we saw it, but not right away in this hockey game. I think if you're playing against the Islanders right now, you need to be on top of them from puck drop. And although I like the third period quite a bit, I'd say first period very sleepy overall, and second period a little bit better, but it was a slow burn this game. And right now the Islanders have a lot going for themselves. They've got Sorokin playing at a high level and Schaefer playing at an extremely high level. And I think that when you get into the third period, the Rangers, the star power was starting to come. Mika, he comes through on the power play again with his one-timer. He's got 23 goals now this season, and that's 14 with his one-timer. I think the Rangers had 4, maybe 5 grade A scoring chances in the third period. That's typically enough to get you another goal. So I would say that statistically and eyeballs, John, I had a pretty good feeling the Rangers had a push that would warrant maybe a tie score. Didn't quite get there because Sorokin, quite frankly, is having a year for the ages. He is having a year right now that is better than Connor Hellebuck's year last season, and Connor Hellebuck won Vezina and MVP. That's the level that he's playing at, so you need to give him that in the third period, plus the first, plus the second. If you want to get through him, you need to get a lot of scoring. You have to get 9 grade A's on this guy with the way that he's playing right now. My opinion.
Pretty amazing to watch that the Islanders managed 2 goals tonight on Jonathan Quick, and they both came from defensemen within a minute 35 of each other late in the second period. We heard Kenny say this if you didn't hear it. Carson Soucy becomes the first player in the 54 years of Rangers-Islanders rivalry who scored for both the Rangers and the Islanders at Madison Square Garden in the same season.
My goodness.
And then Matthew Schaefer, of course, did what he's been doing his entire rookie season. 2 goals for the Islanders, and they made that hold up.
Yeah, look, I think that goal number 1, Jonathan Quick knows as well as anybody that you can't allow that goal. It's a goal that typically sinks the bench and ends hockey games early. I said this stat, second intermission, you have a 74% chance to lose when your goalie allows a goal like that and the opponent does not. It's a terrible look, and certainly he wants that one back. Now, goal number 2, this is Schaefer just doing some special things here. For him to hide, disguise, release, make it really look like he's going far side. You know, Dave was talking during the broadcast about maybe what I saw there. I thought that Jonathan Quick jumped early to cover far side and should have hung in a little bit longer on the short side. So you guess on Schaefer, and he's going to make you pay.
So the notes on those 2 goals for Matthew Schaefer, now 14 goals as an 18-year-old. Bobby Orr only had 13. The only player with more as a defenseman in NHL history, Phil Housley, had 17. And for Carson Soucy, his 4th goal of the season, first 3 as a Ranger, next 1 first as an Islander. So the Rangers lose it 2-1, and a couple of notes that probably are most specific about where the Rangers are right now. Now 0-8-1 this season in second games of back-to-backs, and they still haven't won yet this season, Steve, 2 in a row on Garden Ice.
Yeah, see, that's the season, John. You are in a position that you're in right now because of that, and in fact, being shut out 8 times. You put those 3 things together, and those are playoff markers that aren't met. And although the Rangers have had certain areas during parts of this season that have been stronger, those 3 sink everything. And for the Rangers, they're going to look back on this year and say, with remorse, that we didn't take care of business at home, first and foremost, and figure that piece out going forward. The pressure maybe has been too much at home for this group.
Yeah, only 6 home wins for the Rangers this season. Let's begin the reaction inside the Ranger dressing room. Our Dave Starman is there, and he spoke with the goal scorer for the Rangers, Mika Zibanejad.
Not the result you wanted, but a better effort than last night.
Yeah, definitely. Thought we created enough chances to score a few more and get a better result, but that wasn't the case. And as positive as we try to be, or try to look for the positives, it's hard to be when you lose another game.
You had some good looks at the net tonight. Was there something you were doing a little differently than you might have done last night?
I thought, just in general, I thought we were better in the O zone. I thought 5-on-5 we played a pretty decent game, but wasn't. I guess it wasn't enough.
Yeah, obviously a big part of the team. I know he's been here with a lot of the guys. You know, it's stuff like that's emotional. You know, we don't know exactly, but obviously it's part of the business, and yeah, it sucks. He's a driver of the team, great guy. But that being said, we have a job to do. It's part of the business, and we need to show up and try to win hockey games. And you know, the effort's been there, just not coming up on the right side of things right now.
Did you feel there's something you did better tonight than you did last night? Was there a part of the game you liked?
I thought it was kind of similar games, to be honest. You know, we had a lot of penalties in the second period yesterday, kind of interrupted our progress, I think. But, you know, I think penalty kills aside, it's been a pretty tight hockey game the last couple of games. We had a lot of good looks today. I thought that, you know, we couldn't really find the mark on. Could have changed the tide of the game, especially in the second period there. Yeah, I think it could have went either way today. It just came down to one goal and one shot, and, you know, it was a hard-fought game. And like I said, I thought both teams played well.
So JT Miller beginning by talking about no Artemi Panarin in the lineup for the second straight game, but I thought the line that stood out was from Mika Zibanejad, where he said, you look for positives, that's what we're supposed to do, but it's hard to be when you lose another game. Rangers have lost 33 games out of 55 this season.
They're way past everything except results. Like, that's where the focus is. Hey, look, if this team is 15 games over 500 and they lose a game like that, you can live with it. You can live with it. It doesn't stick with you with that same level of pain, but they're stacking losses right now, and I'm sure the players feel like looking at the standings is depressing, and it's far away from being close. And now you're talking about possibly, or the feeling of playing meaningless games, and that's the kiss of death for any room, John. You know, like that's when players start thinking more about their stat lines for their next job. And that's a scary place to be. I've been there twice. I was there twice in 15 years as far as playing meaningless games. And you see it in the play out there too, because you'll start seeing guys try to go one-on-one when it should be a give and go. And it just eats itself alive if you don't have a strong leadership group. And that's one thing that's been questioned this year. All
right, back to the dressing room we go. More reaction. Let's hear from defenseman Vlad Gavrikov.
I mean, you can get it in the business part of that. So probably nothing I can say much. As an athlete, you just got to be in shape and get ready whenever the chance presents themselves. So I think that's a key.
I know you're friends with Artemi. Is that something you can share your experience with him?
I think those situations different, to be honest. So yeah, it's probably not the same.
Yeah. And I guess just what have your general emotions been the last little bit? I know you signed here and you were friends with Artemi, lived with him for a bit while you were here. Just the emotions of him. It looks like getting traded with him sitting out for roster management.
We're getting ready for the next game. You know, like things not going to be changed for us. So we try to get the win every single night. So we try to keep focusing on that.
Coach talked about defensive details. Look at the defense core better tonight, defending better tonight than last night.
I mean, yeah, probably we tied up some details, but whenever we gave up the chance, the quick step up in the game and made a huge saves for us. So he's a big part of our team. I mean, goaltending as well. So yeah, he did great tonight for us.
Do you feel the defense a little bit more involved in the offense tonight too?
We always try to do that. I mean, always try to help our forwards, and whenever we have a chance to just deliver the puck or join the rush, we're doing that. Yeah, thank you.
Matthew Schaefer, ultimately the game-winning goal late in the second period, the #1 star on the night here at Madison Square Garden after a 2-1 Islanders win.